Uh, who are the idiots who said this was a bad ending? 2001. 12 years later and it's still being discussed. Oh, surprise, surprise. Okay, now look at the shot progression. The doorbell rings, Tony looks up, we see his point of view. Here's the definitive answer once and for all about what happens here. This is the death scene of Tony Soprano. Be in no doubt about that. This isn't Tony spending the rest of his life living in paranoia. This isn't cutting before he dies because it would be too painful to see. The cut to black at the end of this scene is the death of Tony. It's the very moment he dies. Carmela comes in. The two engage in idle chit-chat. So much of this series is about idle chit-chat. The series is about a mob boss in therapy. The whole series pretty much takes place inside Tony's head. Dream sequences, moments of existentialism, just sitting watching the ducks. It stands to reason that when he dies, you'd experience it from his point of view. This is about a mob boss's headspace.
Meds come in separately. She had to go to the doctor. Switch birth control.
I always say there's three types of people in this world. Those that know this song through Glee, those that know it through Family Guy, and those that know it through this. Guess which type my favourites are? The guy in the members only jacket. We just saw the shot progression again. Doorbell rings, Tony looks up, cuts to his point of view. Why focus on the guy in the bar? So we've seen two family members enter so far. The third is yet to come. We know that something's going to come to a head once the third family member enters. Director David Chase plays with this, creating tension, delaying her entry by having her having trouble parking. Two shots of the members only guy. Why focus on him?
Work today.
Idle chit-chat.
You may not realize it, but you are making contacts.
It's an entry-level job.
And here's Tony's progression as a character. Can't even remember the good advice he gave his son.
Isn't that what you said one time?
And Tony Jr. finally sees through him for what he is.
Well, it's true, I guess.
He gets up and goes to the bathroom, like in The Godfather, a movie referenced throughout the series. Earlier on, Tony says you probably won't even hear the shot when it went off. That's why no bang sound effect at the end. So much of this series is about food. The mundanity of family life, juxtaposed with the violence of the mob. And here we have the third progression of shots. The doorbell rings, Tony looks up, and we see his point of view. Only his point of view is now infinite oblivion. That's because the bullet has now gone through his head, killing him instantly. Whenever I hear that song, I always expect my life to be snuffed out at any moment. Sometimes I pray for infinite oblivion.